I wanted him to know because he was calling MCs though. He was calling MCs. I'm like, yeah, I'm a rapper. I'm underground. So I'm doing gangster rap too. And I know beef is part of the culture. So let me come through. So I threw in my shot. So if he's busting back, so let's keep it on the record. We see who win.
Okay.
But
this ain't about views and likes, man. This is about bars.
Woo! Y'all gon' make me lose my mind.
It's your boy DKA. Hey, I'm rocking with you. And I know you're watching us, so you're rocking with us too, man. Come on, man. Stop playing. OMG, what we got here today, man? We got the Rap Judas. You know what I'm saying? My main man from Uganda. You know what I mean? He out here, man. He burning the mics, yo. The only motherfucker that's crazy enough to go after Cal De Niro, man, unprovoked. Come on, man. Stop playing with this man right here. Hey, yo, Rap Judas, what's good?
yo, what up, DKA?
Hey, yo.
What's up?
Hey, yo, man. There's only one way to start, but, you know, because of the climate that we are in right now, man, how's it been in Uganda with COVID-19 and everything else?
Yeah, man.
How's it been?
What's going on?
How has it been in Uganda with COVID-19 and all of that stuff going on over there?
Man, it's too crazy here, you know what I mean? We got a lot of patients in the hospital.
Yeah.
And hearing cases every day. So people started dying here, man.
Oh, wow. And, you know, I kept hearing, like, you know, Africa wasn't being affected and all of that stuff, man. So that is not true.
Yeah, everyone was saying this shit was not killing Africans. But right now, man, we had the cases already. Like, you know, we had the news that people are dying. So guys are scared for real, though.
Oh, okay. So is there, like, anything that you guys are doing over there to make sure, like, people are staying safe and all of that stuff?
Yeah, the awareness is going on the street. You know, the radio stations. And yeah, like, yeah, man. The doctors, the health workers, a lot. They're doing stuff there, man. They're doing their job.
Okay, perfect, man.
And the pandemic.
So, I mean, let's get right into it, man. We here to talk about music. You know what I mean? So, first of all, let the world know who Rap Judas is, or Judas the Rap Knowledge, Akbar. Man, your name is long as fuck.
Yeah.
Your name is long as fuck.
I know that, man. You know, Judas is an abbreviation.
Okay.
J stands for justifiable. U stands for unique. D stands for beautiful. A stands for ambitious savior. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, rap knowledge is just the knowledge I put in my rap. You know what I mean? Then when it gets to the Akbar, you already know it, man. Akbar. It's the greatness. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The great.
All right, man. Yo. So when you talk about Judas, you're not talking about Judas from the Bible. That's not what you mean.
Nah, it's not from the Bible, man. But everything is related to the Bible. All names, though.
Yeah, I mean, but you're a rapper, so, you know, rappers always speak in double entendre and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to get at? Judas the Carrot, like you're the Judas of the rap game or something like that?
Yeah, man. I'm here, man. when we take it to hip hop, you know, I'm that dangerous guy.
Yeah. All right, so let the world know, some of my listeners understand who Judas the Akbar is, or Judas the Rap Knowledge is, and then how we got here today. In terms of like your upcoming.
What do you mean?
In terms of your upcoming your musical career and the trajectory, and then the things that you've been doing, what inspired you to do music, and then you know.
Yeah. Yo, man, word. My inspiration was, you know, Rakim Allah and Nas, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, and Cool G Rap. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm that kid that used to listen to a lot of tapes, old school tapes, man, from those guys, you know what I mean, back then, man. So I started my music way back, man, when I was a kid, but I started participating in doing rap, like recording my own thing in 2007.
Okay.
I recorded some couple of tracks, but it didn't work out for me. So 2010, I blew up with an album, and yeah, man, my community started loving it, and everybody, man. So I'm like, yeah, let me start keeping it real now.
In 2010, you blew up an album. Okay, what was the main song that put you on the?
The name of the album was it was in my mother's language.
Okay.
It's called Kwa, means life. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I did an album called Life. So I was talking about life in the community, life in the society.
Okay.
So yeah, man.
So far, how many albums? How many albums have you had?
I have 7 studio albums, but they're all in my mother's tongue, yeah. But some few English in it. But right now I'm working on the latest album called The Akbar itself. So it's full of English because I want to push the envelope to Africa right now, because it's not all about the community. The community gave the support already, so I want to push the envelope to Africa right now. I want a big fan base right now, and I want people to know about the real old school thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm keeping it real there.
So when you talk about your mother's tongue, what is the language?
It's Acholi.
Acholi.
Luo. Yeah.
How many? Is it just 1 or 2?
Luo is general. When they say Luo, it covers different tribes in it. But when they say Acholi, it's a single tribe, one tribe.
Okay, all right, man. I don't think I've heard you. I don't think I've actually no. Never mind. I think I did hear you a little bit. Yeah, I know you sent me a song to react to, but I found something else that I want to react to. So we're gonna talk about that later on in the interview. But you did, switch up your tongue a little bit, so maybe we can talk more about it when we get there. So then 2010 you blew up, and then what else happened?
Yeah, from there, man, I started keeping gangster rap. I do gangster rap a lot, so I started keeping gangster rap real in the street, and I began doing entering. Here we have a lot of like languages. Yeah, we have a lot of different languages, so it's too hard for an artist to cover the whole Uganda. You know what I mean? So I started pushing that my language to other people, so they came to recognize me. So yeah, man, I started keeping it gangster and doing my own thing, doing what I like to do. So
okay,
yeah, and now here talking to you.
Absolutely, man. So you're not from Kampala, are you?
Nah, I'm from Gulu, northern Uganda.
Gulu, okay. So do you rap Kampala or you rap Gulu? Because I think when I heard your rap, you talk about Kampala. I don't know if I heard you say Gulu.
I rap Uganda.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I rap Uganda, the old country right now.
Okay. And so Uganda, what do you make of the music scene in general in Uganda, and then after that, more specifically, the rap scene in Uganda? What do you make of it? What is your take on that?
The industry in Uganda, like, let me say, when it comes to hip hop, a lot of people switching it to a kind of music that they call Chidandali. It's an African style of, they are creating their own style of rap, and they're bringing it. But me, like I told you, I'm keeping it gangster. I'm keeping it old school, and I'm still going with that same lane. So I'm kind of unique to them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So so it's still, I'm on my lane. That's what I can say. I'm on my lane. I'm just keeping it real. Just want to rap UG, the old UG right now. I'm cutting it on my back right now.
Okay.
So yeah.
So do you think the music industry in Uganda is thriving?
Yeah, it's growing, man. It's growing. A lot of rappers are coming through, and yeah, it's growing, man. It's blazing up. Soon y'all will be hearing a lot, man, from here.
Okay. So right now, who do you think is the king of hip hop in Uganda? Is that you?
I cannot say me, but we have a lot of rappers here. I don't have to disrespect people here.
Okay.
People are doing their best. But I have respect for some few artists here. You know what I mean? So I think Atlas and Lyrical G. You know what I mean?
Atlas and Lyrical G.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll give it up for GNL Zamba.
Okay. So shout out to Owexi, the Don, Man, Yosha, he said, please ask him between Navio and GNL, who's the best rapper between the two?
You know, they all do what they do, and yeah, Navio is a good rapper, GNL is a good rapper, but GNL made Luga flow kind of great, kind of big, you know what I mean? So I respect GNL for keeping Luga flow a big thing in Uganda, but you know, Navio is doing his own thing.
So
They're big, they're all big.
What is
They're
Luga?
great.
So for those of us who don't know, explain to us what Luga flow is.
Luga flow is a Uganda type, because I told you there are different type of languages here. So it's a language from the Bantus. You know what I mean? Okay. So they call it Luganda. So they there's a way they shorten it to Luga flow. Luganda flow. You get it?
Okay.
So yeah, GNL did his best there, and yeah, it made that language big, that hip hop game big from that side. So we have to respect that. But Navio is better too.
Okay, but in your opinion, you think Atlas is the best?
Man, I'll give it out for Atlas, man. It's the real dude ever.
I'm gonna have to check him out because I don't think I'm familiar with him.
Whoa, man, you gotta check him up, man.
Yeah. So, and then let's transcend a little bit more into the African hip hop scene. All right. So now we're talking about Uganda. We talk about the scene over there. Now let's move on to African hip hop. What do you think about the African hip hop scene?
Right now, I like the movement that is coming through. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, you know, African hip hop was kind of lost. You know what I mean? Niggas are switching to Afro style of rap, and they're keeping one element. They're not keeping hip hop as a culture. They're keeping just one element of rapping on an Afro beat. You know what I mean? So it doesn't sound well when you say you're a hip hop rapper and you're just doing rap on an Afro beat, and you know, so you're not keeping the culture. You don't know more about you know, just like that. So I'm like, nah, African hip hop is kind of lost a bit. But you know, they're good rappers. I'm not saying there are no rappers, but you know, they're keeping one element. They're not promoting the old elements. You know what I mean? Okay. So we need to keep the culture to grow. Okay. That's what I can say about African hip hop. So I like the movement. I like the movement that some few artists brought in. You know what I mean? You know, the beef thing, you know, the diss track thing. That's part of the culture. You know what I mean? So I like it so much. So I'm kind of entertained right now.
What is wrong with being a rapper and rapping on the Afrobeat sound?
Like I'm telling you, you know, people mistake rap and hip hop. Rap is an element in hip hop, right? Okay. But hip hop is when you keep the culture. You see, they see it in you. You know what I mean? You promote the culture on the street. I don't know if they will understand what I'm saying, but you know, people are doing Afro rap. So Afro rap it's a new style of rap. It's coming up in Africa. It's called Afro rap. But now, when you talk about hip hop thing, so we need to involve a lot in it. Okay. You know what I mean? We need to involve the whole culture in it. So I cannot say this artist is doing hip hop, yet it's missing some elements. So it's not keeping it real in some elements. You know what I mean? So we need to keep those elements alive. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So hip hop should be hip hop, and rap is an element. So yeah, it's good, man.
So in your opinion, what are some of the elements that they need to keep to maintain the hip hop culture?
When we go for the dance, the b-boying, you know what I mean? The DJing, you know, the graffitis, you know what I'm saying? So the beatboxing. So we need to keep the creativity of circling around the culture. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Like when you see KRS-One, when you listen to KRS-One, you know what I mean? It's a type of dude that is coming with the culture. You hear he's preaching about the street. He's preaching about the street. He's preaching about the culture of hip hop in his songs. So the generations would be like, oh man, so hip hop started like this. Oh yes. Right now, kids don't know that DJs are part of hip hop. They don't know that. Yeah. You know what I mean? The generation don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? Okay. So some of them even don't know that b-boying is part of hip hop right now. You know?
So is it fair to say like okay maybe perhaps things change so therefore the idea of hip hop needs to change a little bit over time?
Yeah, it's kind of changed. It's going offline. We need to bring it back.
Yeah.
We need to bring it back.
So like, how about the new school kids that who don't really fuck with like KRS One and that kind of flow like that? They like that mumble shit.
I know. A lot of new schools. They know about J. Cole. They know about Kendrick Lamar. They know about these new guys. Maybe some few, but yeah, man, we should teach them. That's what I'm saying. We should let them know because they're kind of lost though.
Would you say J. Cole does hip hop?
Yeah, J. Cole does hip hop, man. Kendrick Lamar does hip hop, and all those things. But this new generation in Africa, they have to learn how hip hop started and what was there before. You know what I mean? We need to keep it. We need to promote that on street so that whatever this new school they do their rap, it's good to bring in your creativity. You know what I mean? You can bring in your creativity, and yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
All right, I got some questions here.
Good.
So I already asked you how many albums you already done. So the reason why I got to know you obviously is because of a track that you released not long ago, about a month ago.
Word is bone.
So that track, tell us about that track.
Oh yeah. I sat in my room and I was going over internet. I study a lot, man. I study a lot of music, man. When I'm in my room, I'm always there online checking on what next. I know a lot of MCs and yeah, man. So I heard De Niro. He was throwing shots at Calligraph Jones, Sakori, MI, a lot of guys there. You know what I mean? So it was after Calligraph this Black Bone, you know what I mean? She started from Black Bone's issues. So me, I sat and I'm like, oh, Calligraph Jones here in being dissed by Cal De Niro. Let me check, man. What's up? What's going on? So I saw Cal De Niro dissing him on a track. I'm like, oh man, that's good, man. It's a hard shot. It was Kenyatta, yeah.
Kenyatta, yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that's a hard shot. I waited for my guy from Kenya here. Guy slept on that track. You know what I mean? Calligraph slept on that track. I'm like, okay. So Cal De Niro keeps bringing shots at him, and other niggas there, other people there, other MCs there, yeah. So I'm like, man. Then the guy was calling MCs at him. You know what I mean? He was calling MCs toward him. He was like, he's the king. And if you real, respond at your own risk.
Yep.
I'm like, what are you guys saying? You know what I mean? I'm like, what are you guys saying? So the Black Leos, man, shout out to Black Leos and Sierra Leone. Oh man, guys started showing support, and people were like, mud. They'd be like, yeah, man, guys were wilding out. So I'm like, nah, man, let me prove to them that somebody's there underground. There's one mineral you need to dig, man. I'm underground. So yeah, I threw a shot, and I'm ready. I'm ready. I got a lot of lines. If I wanted to keep it in the record. I have no beef with him. You know what I mean? I have no beef with him, and he doesn't know me. I don't know more about him, but he was calling guys out in his lyrics. He was like, anyone who want to try him should come. You get. So this is the game. This is hip hop. I'm keeping it real. So I came through though.
You did, man.
I'm on the battlefield.
Yeah.
I'm in the battlefield right now.
You said respond at your own rate. So somebody said to me, he was like, Abubakar, AK 19 million. He was like, listen, Cal said that you have to put at least 6 diss track before he respond. This one is a little bit of a broken English, so bear with me while I'm trying to decipher what he's trying to say. Cal says you have to do 6 beef songs before he respond to you. He said we love your action for stepping up to diss him. This is for the rap game, so keep doing your thing. So I guess the question is, are you going to do more diss tracks, or given the fact that according to this guy, and I don't know if Cal De Niro said this, but according to this guy, Cal said you have to come up with at least 6 diss tracks before he responds to you. You
know when you smack somebody, you be sitting waiting for that person to smack you back. You know what I mean? So if that person cannot smack you back, then why would you diss him again? It means you won. Or he saw something in you that he cannot go through. Keep it, maybe in his own perspective, he's seeing like, man, because I saw his post on Facebook. It was like, man, he been fetching big fish. He threw his net for the big fish, but he got a small fish on his net. So I mean, he's trying to sleep on it, but yeah, if he's sleeping on it, that's his thing. But he should throw a shot, man. Let's see. I want to keep it on the record. I'm not hating on him. I'm not taking it personal. But I want to keep it on the record. If you can go back to back with me, back and forth, yes, let's keep it gangster.
So one would argue that maybe perhaps. So before I ask this question, what was your expectations after dropping the diss track? What was your expectations?
I wanted him to know because he was calling MCs though. He was calling MCs, man. He was like, yo, whoever want to come back, He was calling Kenya, East Africa, So I'm like, yeah, I'm a rapper. I'm underground. So I'm doing gangster rap too. I know beef is is part of the culture. So let me come through. So I threw in my shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I threw in my shot. So if he's busting back, so let's keep it on the record. We see who will win. Okay. But a lot of people been saying, oh, yo, Kao is too big for you. He's the king. Mostly people in Sierra Leone, they be like, oh, Kao is too big for you. Yeah, it's big. I know that. That's why I said David and Goliath. You know what I mean? So Goliath was too big, but David killed him. You know what I mean?
I hear that, man. So one would argue maybe perhaps the reason why he never responded was because somebody said here, why would you diss him and then on the next interview you go and praise him? So maybe perhaps if I'm Cal and I'm listening to you dissing me, but then the next day you were praising me, then what would be the reason for me to come and diss you back?
I think they didn't get me right, because I had an interview with some guy from Sierra Leone, some big blogger called Worry Boy. You know what I mean? So one of the bloggers there. So that guy was interviewing me, and he asked me. He was like, who are those MCs keeping it real in the game? You know what I mean? So with no disrespect, I had to mention Kao's name, because the fact is, everybody knows that Kao is doing hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
I cannot say that guy is not good. I'm hating. I'm not hating. If I'm saying he's not good, it means I'm hating. You know what I mean? I'm not hating, but I want us to keep it in the record. So, I said it. I'm like, yeah, Kao is a good MC. He's a good rapper, but it doesn't stop me from approaching him and dissing him back. You know what I mean? So me, I don't diss fake rappers. You know what I mean? I don't diss fake rappers. I diss niggas that I know when they diss back. I need to write something tight. You know what I mean? I don't need to sleep on it. So that's the reason why I said, Kao is a good MC. He's a good rapper, but it cannot stop me to diss him. You know what I mean? So people took it that I was praising him or I was overpraising him. I did not praise him. I just said it. I don't hate. I just love to keep the game real. So I'm like, yeah. Among best MCs in Africa, I can put Kao in it. It's good. You know what I mean? Kao is good. All these guys, they're doing their own thing. They're good at their own lane. But Akbar is something else. You get?
Okay. So you were basically saying you weren't praising him. You still want him to respond to your diss track. Is that what you're saying?
I'm here. The door is open. I started something that I know I will finish.
So you got bars. You already got bars over there waiting for him to pound, and then you pounce back.
Word is born. Word is born, man.
Hey, yo, man. So like, I was going through some of your Instagram pictures. Now I see that you try to keep it like old school hip hop, like baggy clothes and shit like that. So what's the inspiration behind that? Because nowadays people keep it tight and slim and slender. What's going on, man?
I told you my inspiration was Rakim Allah. So and these old school guys, and I love myself when I put in the baggy jeans, when I put in the when I put in this St. Louis this heavy shorts, man. I think I look good in it. Right now, if you see everyone, man, guys are there on the skinny jeans. it's good, man. That's how they feel. You know, when it comes to dressing, you don't have fashion is fashion. You don't have to, you don't have to control someone in his dressing. You don't have to say or insult somebody in his dressing. I don't talk about the dressing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need me. I'm just keeping it. My inspiration was old school. If you see Rakim Allah's in it, Rakim Allah, you see KRS One, guys are keeping it. They're keeping it in an old school thing. So me, I've been loving that thing for long. So I cannot, man. I cannot wear the skinny jeans, man. It doesn't fit. It doesn't look fit on me.
I get you, man. I get you, man. So, a couple of people asked this question: how come you decided not to do a collaboration with Cal De Niro instead of dissing it?
Like I said before, for Cal was calling guys, man. Cal was calling MCs, man. It was over yelling on top. You know what I mean? Like he's the man right now. So me, I'm like, okay. The best way to let him know that someone still, some hardcore guy survives is when I throw a diss track. And people in Sierra Leone, they'll get to know that, oh man, this guy is even good. Because a lot of guys gets in my inbox, they're getting in my inbox, they be like, man, Judas, you good, man. Man, you hot, man. We like you, but you need to respect God. I'm like, nah, man, let's keep it in the racket, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So
I didn't like to ask for collabo because me, I'm a type of guy that I just do my thing. If you come to me, you ask me for a collabo, or I don't like to beg for things. You know what I mean? I just want to keep my own thing, my own game, because it's all about you climbing that ladder. When you reach that ladder, a lot of MCs they will come for collabos, man. So.
Okay.
I don't have to beg for it.
So is Cal known or well known in Uganda in the rap scene, or?
Cal is not well known in Uganda, but some people dug him out, like some real guys who follow real hip hop, real music. I mean, real African music. So they dug him out. But few people, when I threw that shot at him, my fans didn't know even about him because my fans didn't know about him. They started asking me, "Who that guy you diss on the track?" I'm like, "Oh man, some guy from Sierra Leone called Cal is good." The guys are like, "Okay, let me first go and see. Let me first go and hear," because I was sharing the songs. They've been like, "Oh, let me first go and hear his track, then come and analyze yours." So they went and heard about Cal. They be like, "Oh man, the guy is good, but man, you came raw here, man. You came hard, friend." You know what I mean? So few people are getting to know him. He's not all that known, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting that fan base already, man. Like, because, yeah, man, it's hot. He's doing his own thing in his own lane, so he's getting his people.
Nice, man. Hey, yo, shout out to Cal De Niro, man. He's a real one, yo. He's actually a nice guy, too, when you get to know him. The Cal De Niro diss track, and I think I asked you in the reaction, so because it's going to be on different pieces, let's just bring it back here. Why is it that you dissed him, but you failed to mention his name?
Like I said, I was this when I was writing this song, this is not my war, yeah? It's not my beef. So I was trying to relate this song to the Bible thing. So you see, when David followed his brother, his brothers went for war, right? So for him, he followed up with some few stuffs. He was just delivering stuffs there. So when he came, he got these guys on the war. He was like, "Let me fight." You know what I mean? So when he came, he threw up a small stone and killed Goliath. So I was trying to when I was writing the song, I was like, man, I just need to put everything on Cal, you know what I mean? So that everyone who will listen to the song will be like, "Oh man, this shit fits Cal," you know what I mean? So it's not my fight. So I didn't want to come like, "Oh, Cal, man, you fake." Well, no. I have no beef with him. So he's just messing up with my nigga here from East, you know what I mean? So he's messing up with my nigga, Calligraph Jones. So I'm like, okay, Jones, like for him, he came through. He was like, "Oh, Black Bone, sit back. Let me help you out." You get in his song Kenyatta, yeah. So me, I didn't want to come back like, "Oh man, let me do the call." What? I didn't want to mention his name in my tracks. So I wanted to throw a stone from somewhere that he'll be like, this shit hit me. Who that person hitting me? You know, because for him, he's too focused on Cal De Niro. He's too focused on Calligraph Jones, paying attention, listening to everything. He's following Calligraph. Whatever Calligraph drops a freestyle, he listened to it, and maybe because I heard it in his track called Rest in Peace Rappers, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like this nigga came up with a half bar, yet Calligraph was doing a freestyle in his studio. So he listened. So I'm like, this guy is following, you know what I mean? He's following Calligraph Jones. So let me throw a shot, man. I'm not in this game. They don't know about me. No one know about me from Africa. So let me throw it, man. So I threw my stone there, and yeah, man. David and Goliath's thing came out, so that's why I didn't want to mention his name in my track, because I was like, I'm out of the scene. So let me get myself involved. They'd be like, "Who that guy who shot Cole?" Then they'd be like, "Oh man, this kid, yeah, it's nice."
Absolutely, man. Hey, I like that. I love that this track, man. I love this music, and it definitely put you on the map.
Thank you, baby.
On the African scene, man. Hey, you got anything else you want to tell your fans?
Thank you so
before
much,
we wrap
man.
this shit up.
You know what? I'm doing a new track, man. I'm doing a new record. Yeah, I'm doing a new record, man. DK, you getting me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. You're doing a new record. I was just trying. Yeah, go on.
I'm doing a new record called African Warrior.
Okay.
It's dropping soon. I'm working with my producer called Pro Alias. It's in Uptown Records where I record at. You know what I mean? So I'm dropping it soon, man. And the video of David and Goliath is done. I'm about to upload it on my channel.
All right, well, we can't wait to see
so
that.
So it was
man.
just a simple thing, like I told you. It's just a simple video. It's not.
Nothing too crazy.
It's just a simple video. It's not that much. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. I'm trying to show to this kid that I'm trying to show to this kid that I'm still keeping it David. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So. This is King David, fam.
All right, go ahead and give DKA Entertainment shout out while I put on my glasses. You want to do it in the freestyle, that's cool. You want to just give a shout out, that's cool too, man. You know what I mean? So.
All right, man. You know what I mean, man? Man, my nigga, man. I like the way you keep it all day. You know what I mean? Rap Knowledge still here, rapping and producing bit like Dr. Dre. Shout out to my man. DKA, man, word is born.
Woo, y'all heard him, man. Y'all heard him right here, man. It's my main man, Rap Knowledge, the Akbar. Y'all better stop playing and shut the fuck up and listen to bars. Hey, yo.
All right, man. Peace, God. Peace, God.
Yo. Next time, y'all. Keep in touch, my nigga.
One love, fam.
All right, buddy.